So students, here I have written 11 examples on the board. With the help of these examples, we will try to understand our topic better. So students, first of all, I would like you to answer these questions. Once you have tried, I will give you the answer as well as the reasons behind the answers. So students, here we have the first example. The king with all his ministers was or were there. Now, make the choice. Whether we should take was or were. Again, in order to take the right verb, we just need to understand the subject of the sentence. Means whether the subject is in singular or plural number. So here we find that in this sentence there is no action going on, there is no functional verb. So the sentence shows a state. And now when the sentence shows a state, we just need to find out about whom something is told. And here we come to know the king with all his ministers. We are now just talking about only the king. With all his ministers is the extra information that is given about the main subject. The main subject is the king. Since the main subject is the king, so we will use the king is in singular number. The subject, the noun king is in singular number. So we will take a singular verb. So the king with all his ministers was there. So we can frame the rule whenever there are two nouns and they are joined with word with as well as along with. With as well as along with. So we always consider the subject which comes before them. Means the subject which comes before them is always considered. So students, here we will consider this subject, the king, and the king is in singular number, so this subject takes a singular verb, was. Was is the correct answer. Now, let us now move on to the question number 2. Question number 2 says, the black and white cat is or are mine. Students, we come to know that there is no functional verb in this sentence, hence there is state being shown in this sentence. So what is the subject? Based on the topics that we have studied today, you can understand that the subject is the black and white cat. Now, what is the number of this subject? Is it singular or plural? You go with R. If you go with R, this is not the right answer. This is wrong. The right answer is. Now, let me explain why. The black and white cat. The black and the white cat. So students, we have already studied that when two nouns are joined with and, we consider these nouns as plural, or we consider such a subject as plural. But here, when two nouns are joined with and when both the nouns are governed by articles, these nouns are considered two things, right? In this example, we here come to know that there are two cats. One is black, one is white. Hence, this subject is plural. And so it will take a plural verb. But if we consider this first example, we come to know the black and white cat. We come to know that there is only one cat, which is both black and white. Means there is only one cat. Here there are two cats, and here there is only one cat which is both black and white. Let me give you one more example. The monitor and my best friend is with me. When I say the monitor and my best friend is with me, I want to say monitor and my best friend both are the same persons. My friend and monitor is the same person, right? And another example, the principal and the director, two persons. The principal and the director. But if I say the principal and director of the school is coming here, the principal and director, one is governed by article, other is not. Other noun is not governed by article. So here we consider that the subject is singular, right? The principal and director, singular, the principal and the director, two persons. So students, here the black and white cat is only one cat, hence we use is. Let us now move on to the question number 3. The jury have given their opinion. Student, in this sentence there is a functional verb that is given. Somebody has given opinion. So who is that someone who has given opinion? This is jury. So jury is the subject of this sentence. Yeah. Now we need to understand the number of this subject so that we can apply a verb to it. The jury has given their opinion. In this sentence we can see that there is a pronoun there. There, they, their, them. So there shows that the subject is plural. There shows that the subject is plural. Here we come to know that whenever there is a collective noun in a sentence as a subject, we just need to understand whether each member of that collective noun, I mean to say here jury means a number of judges. So if each judge is giving different opinion, means there is plural verb. The subject is considered as plural. But if all the judges collectively give the same opinion, or their decision is unanimous, right? They are holding the same opinion, the subject becomes singular. For example, the jury, here the answer is have. The jury have given their opinion. We can also say the jury has given its opinion. The jury has given its opinion. If we say its, that simply means the subject becomes single. How? Because the opinion that they have made is unanimous. Means there are no differences in the opinions that they have made. Now, let us move on to the question number 4. Mohan as well as his friends plays chess. Here we have the verb play or plays. Who is playing? Mohan as well as his friends. When two nouns are joined with as well as, we always consider the noun which comes before as well as. Which comes before as well as, right? When there are two nouns joined with as well as, we always consider the noun which comes before as well as. Since the rule says that we should consider the noun which comes before as well as, we will use what? Plays. Why? In this lecture in the beginning, I told you that when we add s or es to the root form of the verb, it becomes fifth form of the verb and it is singular. Here Mohan is singular, so we will use a singular verb because root form of the verb V1 is always in plural number, right? So the correct answer is plays. So Mohan as well as his friends plays chess. So we will consider the subject which comes before as well as. Now question number 5. Neither John nor you is and are happy. As we have just come to know, we have just learned that we always consider the subject which comes before as well as. Similarly, when there is neither nor, either or, not only, but also, when these correlative conjunctions are there in a sentence, we always take the subject which comes after nor, or, and, but also. We always take the subjects which come after nor, or, but also. So neither John nor you, here we will consider you, because neither John nor you. So we have to consider the subject which comes after nor, or, and, but also. So you is the subject that we should consider here. Neither John nor you. And what is the number of you? You is always used in plural number. We have already discussed it. So you, with you, which verb we should use? Are. Neither John nor you are happy. Now, let us move on to point number 6. Each boy and each girl is or are learning quickly. As we were uh, we were discussing this example number 2, the black and the white cat, I told you that when two nouns are joined with and one noun is governed by article whereas the other is not, we always consider the subject singular. Here, each boy and each girl, when two nouns are joined with and, here girl and boy both are the nouns and they are joined with and, but here they are not governed by article, they are governed by each. When two nouns are joined with and both are governed by each, we always consider such subject as singular. Means if many nouns or more than two nouns are joined with each, we always consider such a subject as singular. For example, each pen, each book, each notebook is very expensive, right? So here we take a singular verb. Students, here we have point number 7. It is I who is am teaching you. Here I is the subject and who is the relative pronoun. A relative pronoun is a word that always comes after a noun or pronoun and it stands for that noun or pronoun. Here who stands for I. So the helping verb which is to be used with who should agree with the noun which comes before who. In number, I we use am. With I we use am. So this who stands for I. So after who we will use am. So this is the right answer. We can take some other example. For example, he was a teacher who is teaching or are teaching. So he is a teacher. Who stands for a teacher. So a teacher is a singular noun. So we will use he is a teacher who is teaching us, right? Similarly, we will use am with who here because who stands for I. Now let us move on to example number 8. The police has or have caught the robbers. Students, the word police always is always used in plural number. So a plural verb will come after police. The police have caught the robbers. We will not say the police has caught the robbers. The word police is always used in plural number. So a plural verb should come after it. Now let us move on to point number 9. The number of the students is increasing. Students, here when there is the word the number of and a number of, the number of refers to a particular number, hence it is considered singular, and a number of refers to a number of things, hence it is considered plural. For example, the number of students is increasing, but a number of students are playing. The number of students is increasing or a number of students are playing, right? So the number of is used as singular, a number of is used as plural. Now let us move on to point number 10. Nothing but boys was over there. Nothing but. Here, nothing but. When there is nothing but plus a plural or singular noun, maybe there is a singular noun or a plural noun. There can be a singular noun as well as a plural noun. So when there is nothing but, we always consider nothing as the subject of the sentence, and nothing, something, someone, all these words always take singular verbs because these are singular in number, right? So here the nothing but boys was there. We will consider nothing as the subject, we will not consider boys as the subject. So nothing is the subject here, hence nothing is always considered singular. So nothing but boys was there. Was is the correct answer. Point number 11. Truth and honesty are the best policy. Students, here we come to know that there are two nouns joined with and. It is in Question number 2 that we have already discussed: when two nouns are joined with end, such nouns are considered plural. But in certain cases, these nouns are also considered singular. Like the black and white cat, the black and the white cat, right? Here, the words like the subjects like bread and butter, time and tide, bag and baggage, rice and curry, right? Bread and butter. So bread and butter, time and tide, bag and baggage, rice and curry, and hammer and sickle, right? So such pair of nouns which are joined with and are always considered as singular. Truth and honesty is also such a pair of nouns joined with and. So truth and honesty will take singular verb, right? So truth and honesty, bread and butter, time and tide, bag and baggage, ham and eggs, right? Uh, Coming and going. So these are the pair of nouns joined with and these nouns take a singular verb. So students, with these 11 points, we have learned the very important rules of subject-verb agreement. Students, as we all know, practice makes a man perfect. The more we practice, the more we learn. So we must put ourselves into practice. We should try to solve as many exercises as we can based on the topics that we discuss. How can we get these exercises? This is a question. You can get these exercises either from the reference book that you are having at your homes. If you are not having any, then you just can Google and find exercises based on the topics that you learn. Keeping this point in mind, I am just going to add a pick for subject-verb agreement, for an exercise of subject-verb agreement. I hope that this exercise will help you strengthen the points that I have explained today in this lecture today. So students, with this I come to an end with this lecture. Thank you.